Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Bambi here. Today, I am going to talk about the last 2 weeks, last week of July and first week of August. I hope you're sitting down because I gotta talk. Now, within those 2 weeks, I had reached a tipping point. Mentally and physically, I was just overwhelmed with an immense amount of pressure. And this is to keep in mind that within the last several months, a significant event happened in my life where I had decided to transfer from my comfortable yet unfulfilling position of 3 years to dive into my ambition to pursue real estate wholesale investing. This decision wasn't spontaneous. I had actually been contemplating this decision for about a year, a little over a year actually. And to finally take that step and actually doing some kind of background research into the next position that I wanted to take, I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I was really willing to take the pain so that I can mold it into my future success. However, that was easier said than done. Right hand to God, I will admittedly say that I am not good with stressful and overwhelming situations, especially when those situations are influenced outside of myself. In this case, what really led me to that tipping point was unrealistic expectations, unorganization, coworker unreliability, and my need to try to push myself to count for something. Now, for this particular situation, I can totally understand how, on an outside perspective, it could be interpreted in a various amount of ways. But in my personal story, I cannot deny the effects of how my mental state affected me physically. My hair was constantly falling out. I'd come home tired, and there came a point where one day I woke up with a weight in my body. And I said, it's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. It's normal. You just push through, just make it through. It's all gonna be worth it at the end if you just keep pushing. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go to work. And when I touched the door, I said, I need a break. I need a break. I was beginning to feel numb. I worked, I gave, I stretched my mind as far as I could possibly do and even try to fit more things into it. I try to open up my heart so that I can even take all the pressure that was being given in. But it just still wasn't enough. And even in taking a break, it was a relief for me, but it was just a sign of weakness for others. So returning from that break, which was pretty short, but well accommodated, I had came back, refocused myself to direct my energy to focusing on my primary goal initially coming in, and taking that as a foundation to hold my head up high and take one step at a time. And the confirmation for what I had initially anticipated within these last few weeks came to light. And it turns out that what work I gave what effort I put in, it was never going to be enough. So now I'm faced with a new challenge. Do I take the beating, or do I stand up and rise to the occasion? Now, the latter definitely sounds more appealing and more epic, but there's just one thing that's standing in the way, and it's myself. For most of my life, I've relied on various aspects that have kept me comfortable and distracted. Fun with friends, giving parents, employers, all the while putting all those things first and becoming distracted and even procrastinating in a sense. I would usually leave myself last on the list. Why? Why, Bambi? Why would you do that? It's because I have yet to have faith in what my capabilities are. I mean, it feels like I have lost for so long that the light on the candle is just so small. But now, there's no time to waste. I mean, that light is still burning, right? Which means there's still a chance to set that fire ablaze. That chance starts with my choice to take the next step in blind faith. Now, the thought of that actually makes my heart pound with anxiety. But that feeling is more of a reason for me to rise to the occasion. I mean, the most valuable things in life are those that took the most difficulty to obtain. Earning your stripes. Now, with that understanding, I'm giving myself 4 weeks to get into a habitual mindset of rising to the occasion. Whatever needs to be done, it must be done. Not because of other people's expectations or judgments, but because of the expectations that I set for myself. No one is going to give you success, and no one is going to fulfill your dreams for you. So that means I have to hold myself accountable and make the necessary sacrifices so that I can create my own portrait and I can define my own story. Now, it's not gonna be easy, but it'll be hella worth it. That I know. Have you as well also ever felt like you're in a constant cycle of unfulfillment and you just don't know how to break the chain? Or maybe you have broken the chain. Feel free to leave a comment about your experience and how you overcame that challenge and what challenges you're facing now. Thanks so much for being a listening ear today. And if you need me, feel free to reach out either by commenting on this video, or you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Links are below. I hope you have a fabulous day or evening wherever you are, and God bless. Cheers.